and then you suck through your teeth as you're drinking, and then it's ask any missionary. Ask them how to deal with swimmies and floaties, baby.
But the other two missionaries literally threw it out the window.
What's the weirdest thing you ate on your mission?
Like,
besides a person.
Passion, be about it all action.
Filled with oil, grease, just grease.
Okay.
And bite in to the outer shell, and then just like.
I don't think either of us ever got a parasite.
I know.
And he told me, he's like, well, it's blessed, so I drink it.
Oh gosh.
Don't worry.
Oh, mercy.
Whoa, not bad actually.
Oh, you've never had to do swimmies and floaties?
Are you saying where you shake the water?
But this time I really
mean it.
Yeah.
Jolly wiggle. I've eaten fish from rivers that I'm pretty sure were loaded with mercury and probably explains some of the outbursts and comments that I've made on this program.
I can see that.
This video is brought to you by ScriptureNotes.com. For a free trial to Scripture Notes, please make sure you check out the link in the description. Here's my one question for you, Brad and Jonah. And Brittany, who is in Ethiopia.
Wait, what? You were in Ethiopia?
Well, not serving a mission, but she...
What were you doing in Ethiopia?
I was building desks for a school and teaching kids in a school.
When was this?
The summer after I graduated college. So July of 2012.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What, we're in Addis Ababa?
Mm-hmm. And a little remote village just outside of it.
Wow, cool.
Dang. Yeah,
That's
and then she
cool.
visited the Ark of the Covenant, and it changed her composure because it's nuclear.
That's right.
So she has bionic powers now.
So it changed.
But yeah, so I got one
That
question
escalated
for you guys. One question for you guys. What's the weirdest thing you ate on your mission?
Like,
Besides a person.
like weirdest.
Besides a human.
Like, weirdest as in, like, just straight up strange, or like weirdest as in, like, definitely worst for you?
Either or. You choose.
Let me think for a second.
So
Jonah, you got one?
okay, so the weirdest thing I ate was probably polzy. Polzy is a Mongolian. I was in Asia. Polzy is a Mongolian dish. We weren't allowed to eat local food generally. That was a rule that we're not allowed to eat local food because it would impoverish people. And sometimes it would make us sick and it would waste time. So don't have people feed, like they can't afford to feed you. Just preach. And so we were generally not supposed to do this. One time Habitat for Humanity came and they were building a house and they wanted white people in the photos. They wanted Americans in the photos because it made it look cool. Legit. They just like want you to stand around. You just like stand around and they're just like, stand there, smile. And they take photos because it like looks like the magazines. I don't know. And so we went to this thing doing Habitat for Humanity. We're helping them unload these things and they are giving this house to this family. And then all these Buryat women in these beautiful robes come up and they have the long furry sleeves and they come and they walk up and they do this dance and their hair's all done up in traditional dress and they have this little saucer of milk. It's goat's milk. One of them's horse milk. And they come up and they do this little dance ceremony thing and they hold it up and you're supposed to lean forward and drink from the bowl. And then they give you posy, and posy is just this huge dumpling. It's like the size of a baseball. And inside is this huge just roll of like ground meat and filled with oil, grease, just grease.
Okay.
And you bite in to the outer shell and then just like suck in all this grease.
Whoa.
And so I go to do this and it was really hot.
Oh no.
And so I go and I sucked it in and it was burning my tongue. And so I like coughed this oil
onto the chick.
Maybe a little bit onto the chick. She was, yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. But it was really a jolt to my system to have that much ground beef and oil straight to your stomach. It must have been 5,000 calories of just solid like oil. So that was probably the worst thing that I ate.
Oh, you poor kid.
Yeah,
a tasty dumpling from a chick
With
doing a traditional
goat's
dance.
milk.
Oh man. I've eaten fish from rivers that I'm pretty sure were loaded with mercury and probably explains some of the outbursts and comments that I have made on this program. But
I can see that. I can see that.
That explains it.
and yeah, it's been from families where I was like, oh, I think they're skipping a meal for this one, so I'm gonna say it's effing amazing, you know, and just go for that. Fortunately, Argentina actually has very wealthy sectors with incredible agriculture and wonderful beef. So some of the greatest meals of my life have been in very wealthy sectors of Argentina, where they have Kaufman and Broad homes, where they have homes for manufacturers that do big building projects in America, just like they do big building projects in Argentina. And then there's other houses where you saw the father building with the brick and the mortar as a service project. Wow. You helped him put the addition on his hut. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, just because you're going to have a lot of Americans coming down here, can we make this one door like 8 inches taller, hermano? You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, it's a good idea. I'm like, yeah, thanks. I don't want to bump my head every time I come and visit you. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, that was pretty funny. Brad, what about you?
So my most intense one is actually decently mundane. But I was there and my companion and I were cutting into this meat and taking a bite, and we're like, hey, this is great steak. To
Human flesh.
No. But we're like, this is great steak to the member who was feeding us. And it was very, very raw. So we were hoping it was steak, and it was pork. It was
watch out.
Absolutely undercooked pork. And
watch out.
There were 4 of us there. It was 4 missionaries, and me and this other guy who was like 26 stuck it out and finished eating it so that we wouldn't offend the gal who was feeding us. But the other 2 missionaries literally threw it out the window. And they did it stealthily. We covered for them. I think we preserved her feelings. But I was like, well, here's why we bless it, I guess. And I'm sure hoping I don't get a parasite from this.
That is a long, that's one of those blessings where it's like, I know that I always say this, but this time I really mean it.
Yeah. Because I was just like, oh man, we wanted so badly to not like make her feel bad, you know?
Yeah.
And so me and the other guy, we stuck it out. And we're able to cover for it in a way that she felt good about everything at the end. I don't think either of us ever got a parasite that we know of. So there's that.
Okay, well, speaking about like prayers, right? When you really need that prayer. So when I was in Ethiopia, you just reminded me, I was at church and I knew like to only drink something that was in a can that I popped, right? Mm-hmm. And then the sacrament came by and I was like, do I drink the water, the sacrament cup? Do I not? I don't know where that water was from. There was rivers everywhere, and I don't know if they just went to the river and got, like, I was so freaked out. And I remember asking the leader of our group, like, hey, like, what do you do? Like, do you drink it or do you not? And he told me, he's like, well, it's blessed, so I drink it. And I'm like, okay. So I drank it and I was fine.
Oh, okay. Now be honest. Be honest here, guys. Be honest. Have any of you guys ever done the swimmies and floaties from groundwater?
What does that mean?
Oh, I think I know what you're saying.
Oh, you've never had to do swimmies and floaties?
Are you saying where you shake the water
Where
and you just
shake
drink the
the
top
water?
and leave everything else at the bottom?
Okay, dude, in Argentina, one of the grossest things of water that I've ever drank was they have a zanja here. Your gray water, not your sewage. The sewage goes into the sewer, but gray water goes out into the gutters in the street. So they dig these huge trenches called a zanja. All right. It's actually the basis of the first river system in LA. Mulholland was called the Zanjero, which meant he just dug trenches so that your gray water coming out of your washing machine, coming out of your sink, coming out of your shower, it all just goes into the Zanja. Now, the detergent and the sulfur from the soaps that they use oftentimes decomposes and causes a horrible stench. And when it floods and it rains heavily, the zanjas overflow into the street and you have to wear boots because you're walking through effectively everybody's gray water. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, it's pretty gross. Well, we go and visit this one brother who is very, very excited that he'd built his new house on this new little plot of land at the end of a very, very long dirt road. And it had its own well from 1940.
Oh boy.
But we don't know how deep that well was. But it passed right by a sangha.
Oh boy.
And sometimes you can taste the brand of the
gosh.
soap
Oh.
in the water.
Oh my.
Tide
And if you can
Pods.
taste the soap, what else are you tasting?
Oh.
And so he says, "Oh, are you thirsty?" Elder's like, "Actually, yeah, we kind of are." He's like, "Great." So he comes out with some cups. And we're like, "Okay, what's he doing?" Walks over to this pipe in the ground, sticks the water pump thingy on it and goes like, out comes the water. And I'm telling you, you look at it and there's particulates, there's objects, and we're not talking little rocky minerals like if you got one of those little carbon filter sticks in a river. They're called swimmies and floaties, and you learn how to spin the water so that the cream of the crop rises to the top and the scum goes the middle, and then you suck through your teeth as you're drinking, and then it's ask any missionary. Ask him how to deal with swimmies and floaties, baby. You know what I'm saying? And you just yeah, bro. I'm telling you, dude. It's this, yeah. You know
Well,
what
so
I'm
this
saying?
is this podcast. We should call this is the gift of tongues.
Is it really?
This is the actual gift of tongues. Look, it's not learning like yeah. It's eating some of this stuff without hurling. That's the gift of tongues.
Okay.
And the missionaries go all over the world. So what it does? Oh, so sacrament water. So we have in the Discord a couple of samples of what other missionaries in other places eat, and this is just a sampling. Missionaries aren't tourists, so they're not filming themselves. Look at this food.
Yeah.
They're not doing that. But we do have some examples of it. If you fast forward kind of towards the end, about 3/4 of the way through.
This says LDS missionary eating balut.
Balut.
Oh man.
Balut.
Give me the swimmies and the floaties, man.
So Brad, tell us what balut is so the audience knows.
Okay, guys. I want you to think about taking an egg, not like an egg you would get from the store, but an egg from a chicken that has been fertilized.
He just said, not bad, actually.
Then you bury that egg in the sand and let it warm up for weeks.
Oh, dude.
So
That is belut.
Until there's a half-grown
there's like a baby
chicken.
chicken.
It's a half-grown baby chicken that gets kind of cooked and fermented, right?
Fermented, yeah.
Yeah, fermented inside of the egg.
And you eat it bones, feathers, wings, and all. Right? You just hopefully there
Yeah.
aren't feathers on it, but and
Yeah,
this missionary
there's-
just look at this. Look at this guy. This is Idaho farm boy. I love these guys.
Is it at least in like a tasty sauce
Okay,
or?
going in.
Well, he's got salt.
Salt.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, Brittany. There's salt.
Oh gosh.
Don't worry.
Oh mercy.
Whoa, not bad actually.
Oh, what an alpha chat.
Dude, it's gift of tongues, man.
What is his
It really
name?
is. I really do think that.
Dude, it
I
is.
think that is part of it, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
What
Gift of
is
tongues.
this elder's name?
Elder
On
stud.
camera, he just doused a freaking half fertilized egg. Okay, that's a Filipino thing, right? A
Yeah.
lot of elders
Right.
who serve in the Philippines eat balut. Okay.
So then we have another example in the Discord
Oh no, it gets worse.
from Korea. Now this is from Busan, Korea. Now this is dear to me because my wife served in South Korea, and she ate exactly what he's going to be eating here. And I didn't
Okay.
know this when I married and kissed my wife. Had I known, could have ended up differently.
Okay, well here it goes,
So-
dude. What is this?
Check this dude out. Look at it move.
is it moving?
It's wiggling. Oh,
Is that like an octopus tentacle?
Watch this dude. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
no! Oh, God.
What was that?
Could have been octopus.
It was like a tentacle. That's what I thought of.
And he just pounds it.
Coming back up. It's
Yep.
coming back.
He looks very concentrated.
Dude.
Good. He's good, bro. Like a champ.
Oh my gosh.
So octopus, so if you chop up an octopus, so what they do is they just take an octopus, they turn it inside out so that all the organs and the ink just flush away, and then they chop it up and serve it. So the nerve endings are still firing.
Whoa.
And so it's still moving.
That feels
Although
unethical.
I've eaten live termites and you feel them wiggling going.
Why
down,
have
though.
you
Yeah.
eaten live termites?
Yeah, question.
Dude,
why have you eaten
I'm a
live termites?
licensed pest control professional. You got to try it at least once. They do it in Africa.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have to try it at least once? Is that a rule?
I feel like you don't have
They're
to
sterile.
do that.
No, they're actually sterile and they're very healthy. High in protein. They're in a controlled environment.
Yeah. Okay.
I will
Yeah,
not
no.
eat
That's
the
still a big
bugs,
no.
Carden.
You will not eat the bugs.
That's still.
I know I'm wearing a Switzerland shirt, so that makes it seem like I might, but I will
But
not
no.
eat the bugs.
So what you chop them up and the nerve endings are still firing. People die frequently from eating live octopus because it goes down your throat, sticks to the inside of your esophagus, and chokes them to death. They die doing this. So my
really?
sweet wife, and I wish I had the video. I should have asked her before this podcast. I don't know if she still has video, but it's just her, a point of view, filming her plate, and her plate has all these slimy little things on it. And she says, "Oh, I'm right about to eat this," and it's a whole plate. And you can see one tentacle from the left side just go all the way off the right side of the plate, and then across the table just wiggles. And she just ate it. She just ate it like it was nothing. And I did not know this when I kissed her.
Yeah.
Dude, holy smoke.
But she had the
man.
gift of tongues. Gift of tongues.
That is absolutely
Jeez.
crazy. Well, dude, so I think I might have found the video of me eating the termite.
Oh no.
You want to see? Dude, wait, hold
No,
on.
I don't-
Hold on.
I don't
Here's
wanna see
lunch,
that.
bro. Here's lunch, dog.
Oh no.
Boom, right there. See him wiggle.
Had you been watching a lot of The Lion King or something? Like,
dude.
what inspired this for you? Like,
Hakuna Matata.
Oh.
Those termites are so tasty.
Not gonna lie, those bugs on Lion King actually looked kind of good when I was a kid.
yeah, they do.
What?
Yeah.
What am I hearing?
They were
right
like
now?
plump and like brightly colored and
Yeah.
it just like the slurping
They do look
sound.
kind of good.
Yeah.
Man, this is a
However,
nauseating podcast.
when they say slimy, yeah, satisfying, it's a bridge too far for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't handle that.
Oh,
that is the gift of tongues, people.
okay.
It's
so
real.
that right there. All right. So let's keep the conversation going below.
Let's all go
What's
throw
the
up
weirdest
and,
thing you've ever eaten on your mission? What's the weirdest thing
Or
you've
anywhere.
eaten? Or anywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. What's the weirdest thing you've eaten?
Oh,
in the-
Vegemite. Oh, you guys ever had Vegemite?
Hey, careful.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
It's not that bad. It's like soy sauce mixed with like sand.
It's fine. Yeah,
It's
soy sauce mixed
absolutely
with sand is
terrible.
What I want to hear from people
Oh.
in the comments is, did you lose the gift of tongues? Because my wife, she was in Korea eating very spicy, very crazy things, and now she can't stand spicy. She says, "Oh no, it was just during my mission I had the gift of tongues, but as soon as I come home, I lose it." I found that fascinating. I've heard this from other people. Do you lose the gift of tongues when you get back? And I think that there's evidence that you do.
Like it serves its time.
Like it serves its purpose. Now you're home, and the Lord won't allow you to eat everything anymore. You're on your own after that.
to that point, Jonah. I think you probably do, and that's part of the spiritual gift itself. There was a woman I taught on my mission who had so many dogs. She trained German shepherds.
Oh boy.
And I'm allergic to dogs,
Oh boy.
but she and her son really needed missionaries to teach them. And her son was like getting ready to go on a mission and everything. And so it was really fascinating. We would go in there and I would be fine.
Oh yeah.
And then near the end of our lessons, as we're getting close to like, we're wrapping up anything that we actually need to teach, I would start to have the allergies start to sneak in. And then when we'd leave, I'd be totally fine, right?
Huh.
But I feel like God was protecting me from my allergies in order for us to be able to serve these people in the way that we needed to.
Wow. Cool.
It was really
Okay, well,
fascinating.
check it out,
And it was
guys.
super consistent.
Awesome. Yeah. That's
All
so
right,
cool.
dudes. So I found the video. I'm going to refresh and put it up here for you. All right. Here it is. Check this out. We just flipped over this piece of wood that was staying outside for a long time. And look, boom. There's all the termite nymphs.
Please tell me you only ate one.
No. Oh gosh.
Did you handful this thing?
No.
Dude.
More than one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
All at once,
What?
baby. Check it out. And you can eat them. Look.
Don't- what are you?
No, they wiggle. Oh, they wiggle.
Why are we doing this?
garden. This can't be good for you.
Why?
No, it's a termite. 85% of America 85% of the world eats bugs. America is one of the only places that doesn't eat bugs as a source of protein.
Yeah,
There are
bless
plenty
America.
of things the rest of the world does that I don't want to do.
Yeah, God bless America. Where you don't have to eat bugs.
Well, look, that doesn't look tasty to you. Look, there, it's 100% granola and clean.
Is it though?
Yeah, come on, that's healthy. This could cure hunger. Have you seen the guys that eat cockroaches?
No, and I
They're
don't
breeding
want to.
cockroaches and crickets. Have you had the cricket bars in the gym?
I have had one of those,
Okay.
and it was decent.
But they're like in chocolate.
Yeah,
Well,
and not
pansies that don't
wiggling
like their
in
coffee
your
black.
mouth. Like, oh my gosh.
raw cockroach.
it's like, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know how some people say, like, how do you like your coffee? And people are like, black. Like the studs do, right? The pansies add cream and sugar. Well,
How would
in the
you
gym,
even
they
know
say,
this?
how do you like your crickets? And you're like, black, natural,
raw.
no chocolate, raw.
Oh my gosh.
I want them still alive. I want to feel them wiggle, go down.
I want a cricket
Gross.
that's been crawling around in the dust and dirt for its entire life, covered in mites and bacteria.
Eating wood that's stained with who knows what.
Yeah, for
Bleached in
real.
the sun for decades.
No, that was a fresh. We just barely split it open. So we know that they were all fresh.
Yeah, they're fresh termites, Brad. What's your problem?
The termites are fresh. That wood is not.
Yeah. It's funny.
And you are what you eat.
Yeah, exactly. I have zero body fat on me. No, yeah, right. So let us know what you guys think in the comments below. What is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten on your mission or not in your mission? In the name of the Lord, using the gift of tongues, what is the oddest thing that you have consumed? Does it not compare to termites? And yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, for this and more, please check us out at WardRadio.com.
Passion, be about it all action.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. We assume if you made it this far that you liked our content, so please make sure you like this video and you share it with your friends. Now, in order to keep this content flowing freely, we need your help. If you're a person of means, please check us out on Venmo, the Cash App, or Zelle and consider a direct contribution to the channel. Or you could always go to WardRadio.com and sign up for our newsletter there and receive all of our latest Ward Radio news articles directly to your inbox. And while you're there, maybe consider purchasing some merch. We have some really cool hats, some really cool shirts, so you can strut your stuff and support the channel that way. Or if you're a kind of person that wants to just help out with some of the equipment in the studio, we have an Amazon wish list linked in the description as well. And don't forget scripturenotes.com. You have to read your scriptures daily, and scripturenotes.com is frankly the coolest way to study your scriptures, and they're a very generous sponsor of this channel. So please consider a free trial with scripturenotes.com. The link to Scripture Notes will also be in the description of this video. Either way, whether you're pressing this little button right here to subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends, or whether you are actually hitting this button right here just to watch another video, we look forward to seeing you in the next program.